Hi, Ethan. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to get this to you, but I think you're going to find it helpful, and I'd like to spend a little bit of extra time with you in the final weekends of Team Ball, or you can stop by camp. And I want to go over this so going into the summer you can get under the hood. I actually felt of all the videos, yours was most helpful because I can see what I was missing with my vision, my live vision. So the things that I'm seeing, I think you'll find really helpful is number one, I'd like you to get a better base where you don't jump forward as much. Do you see how you jump a foot forward? As you grow and get stronger and jump more, that's going to be a problem because your body's going to just want to jump. So I think a little bit more balance. So we're going to work on your squat and your balance so that you don't jump. You're sort of at the maximum limit of what I think is acceptable for jumping forward. And there it is again. Now, the one thing that I think has been the most helpful, and I think will solve a lot of your issues, if you look here, your elbow isn't in, and then later I think you realize, oh shoot, I got to get my elbow in, and you tuck it in, and then it comes out. So what we want to do is figure out why. So here is a little degree. It's often hard to get this to work, but let me give it a go one more time. So as I said, so that's about, I can just tell by looking at it, it's like 58 to 62 degrees, and you really want to be more 80 to 90 as early in the shot as possible. So I'll show you one more, and I think we're going to find out why it's just hard for you to consistently get that in. So there's a great elbow. You tucked it in, and then it comes out. I think you're sort of over tucking it in. So what we need to do is just, I think you should just move the ball here. So instead of jamming your elbow in, what that's doing is actually rounding your shoulder. And then I found one other little thing that I think is going to be helpful as well. Look over here on your chin. So your head stays really straight. What you need to do is tip your chin up. Because what I think is happening is you're keeping your chin down, and that's keeping your shoulder a little rounded. So if you open up your chin, it's going to open up your chest. And I do think you're going to find that shot line a lot easier. Okay, so that's what I want to work on with you when I see you again, is how can we get that shot line to just open up. It's called greasing the groove, and I think with your chin down, you're locking down the groove. Okay, so let's look a little further. I made a list here. I think the next piece is getting your elbow in, although I do think if you fix your balance and you get your chin up and your chest a little more open, the elbow is going to slide in the slot a lot more easily. Now, the last piece, aside from number 4, which is stay on the shot line. So here's your shot line. You finish on there, but the end is a bit of a mess. See how it dumps forward? And over here, let's watch a few. So there, the chin is down. It's actually okay there. Oh, your guide hand. Let's zoom in on that. So do you see your guide hand shouldn't be facing the basket. It should be facing where we are right here. It should be facing us. Okay, so let's watch one more and just see. Let's shrink this down. So I think you can see here that the guide hand is still, oh, there it is. Good. And then you turn it at the end. Interesting. This shows the potential of your shot if you can stay here and not jump forward. Okay, so look at where you started. If you can stay on that green line and not go too far forward, it's just going to change the way the ball hits the rim. Okay. So Andrew's really still, Mary's really still, and I think you and V may jump around a little bit too much, and we have to work on that. So just to review, okay, I'll make a list in the notes. Number 1 is balance. So balance is all squat drills and anything we can work on together. Mary Ashley also is going to work on some balance. Number 2 is your chin up a little bit. Whoops. Chin. We're going to say CH for now. And number 3, okay, is your elbow in, but I think that's going to, the elb, I think you're going to fix that. Number 4 is your shot line. So you stay on the shot line. Again, I think it's going to all fall in. Like if you fix 2, 3, and 4 will feel easier. And then you hold your follow through up and just take a look at it. So just follow through and make sure it doesn't turn. Now the last thing, which we should put is like number 1, so let me just do this for you, is the only way to get a little bit better at this over time, and I'm really happy that I spoke to you last time about how apprehensive you are about missing. The only way to be a better shooter is to shoot. So if you feel guilty about shooting, here's a suggestion. Play a lot of one-on-one, because then you don't have a teammate to feel guilty about. So play a lot of one-on-one from 10 to 12 feet. After working on your shooting mechanics from like 8 to 10 feet, play some one-on-one, and if the person gives you space, just try to get the mechanics down. It doesn't have to be really fast, but I think what you want to do is build your muscle memory 80% of the time. Okay, really be building it, and then when you play, you don't have as much control over it. So I hope you find this helpful. Make sure you remember the 5 things and replay them back to me. I'd like to come up with 5 drills you can do, or even 3 drills that will help some of your issues over the summer.